Grand Rising Collective. Okay, this is divinely guiding chosen star seed spiritually. Okay. Um, I was going to talk about the strawberry moon and the pink moon. What's the difference between the pink moon and the strawberry moon? But to my understanding, it's about the create. Okay. Summer is for summer fruits. And summer fruits is basically it's another part of a harvest. You have different seasons of a four. For this is to me is I believe number two. Seemed like we came back for the another harvest of I call it the cabbages and greens or something like that. Greens, cabbage, Brussels, and it's the time of the zone number one. I believe this is number two. I believe this one is the number two of the part of the harvest of the summer fruits that is coming. That is in June. June is summer. Okay, summer is the beginning, which will be a part of solstice, which will be solstice, meaning a part of summer fruit as far as the beginning of summer. So, I mean, hot. Uh, it's like the zone of it. It's just like the almanac. I always, almanac is going to give you all the information about what's going on. To me, it's going to give more of the information. To me, it's more of traditions and cultures. That means it has to do with the plants, and it has to do with planting it. That has to do with the people that put things into the ground. To me, it's like to put a seed in there. And said all fruits is fruits, regardless of they call vegetables, because at a point of time it was all fruits. Everything you put in the seed had to do with the fruit. Then later on became something else. It means that the beginning is always about the fruit. When you put the seed in it and you wait and to see if it grow, and there is soul. So tradition and cultures, we're gonna do the past, cause seem like the past is here for reasons. So let's give us some understanding. Give it back to your ancestors. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels and ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here and now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lesson learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. And that is Amen, Ashe, Grand Rising, to which or to whoever is to whom. I'm just saying that want to make sure that everybody is here, the collective. Okay. Now, I said okay. Now, when I pulled the cards, the first thing, this is what I pulled, and it's this one here, and it's a beautiful card. It is the Fortune's Wheel. It's number 10, and the next one is the Chariot. And this one also has to do with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so my understanding, I'm going to look in here right now. This be real quick. It's about the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this particular card that I pulled this deck is for the good tarot. So, when we're dealing about this, my fortune wheel, the wheel is always going to turn. And the Chariot, and now remember, this is about past. And to be honest with you, this here, it has to do with the past is about trying to get more understanding. To me, it's some type of soul contract. When you go past is to remember. Past is to remember. Realm has to do with the moon, and the moon is delusion is going to be illusional, or it's going to be hidden, or some people just don't want to know and cause problems. It seems like the purpose is to finish in a soul contract and pass. And past have a lot to do with a long time ago, and there it is. It could be to the point that in your family generation of your sacred, of your ancestors has been connected to of a past of a soul contract. And my understand, I have 7, 10, and Ace of Cups because that lets you know that Ace of Cups is continually of that water. That means it's overpouring. It's like it's always gonna have something flowing on that fortunes and that chariot. So, to my understanding, from what I brought some numbers here, manifestation on 844-1111 this morning. So for 844, I'm going to give you some information on what happened and what kept you stuck for so long, but it's over now. 844. So what I got here, it was 1416. Okay, and that has to do with King Henry. And that to me in England, Henry IV of England, and it was about King Charles. King Charles, I believe that's the sixth. I believe it is. I want to make sure because sometimes I always try to be in order. So this is all about past though. This is soul contracts. Also got number lovers in there. Lovers got to be something that how can I say separation illusional. Illusional is separation, okay? Uh, that is King Charles the sixth. Matter of fact, King Charles the sixth. That's the French. So that's England is Henry, King Henry from the England, and King Charles is from the sixth for the French. So my understanding that has to do with Henry and Mary. I see all of this is about Mary and Anne, Charlotte, and Charles the sixth, the French, and has to do with peace. My understanding. So you got it's still Roman, regardless of what we do is Roman. This is what it is. This is about past soul contracts. To me, and like I said, with that number six also has to do with something to do with my understanding is a connection of a divine, of a masculine and a feminine. To me, it's something that was from long time, and like I said, the energy is come back for reason for the present, because if it's past of soul contracts, then we're in the point of number six. Number six has got to do with lovers. Lovers is twined with that. It's connected to soul contracts. I've been on this journey for about almost a couple. Well, I've been ever since the pandemic, and I noticed on everything that what's the reason from the past. Past is soul contracts, and soul contracts it has to come to the point. It's a time to finish it. And when you come back of your soul, of dark soul, of this soul journey, that this particular one, if you didn't remember, then it seemed like coming back to transform from something that had to complete it in order to go to the forward, to go forward, as the future going forward, seemed like it wasn't completed. My understanding that separation has to do with the division. Also, that I'm going a little bit further than I am. I'm just gonna go the flow, but it seemed like division has to do with the of illusional too, if you understand that. So there's another. This is a lot going on. 1820 is another significant of a year, and also is 1763. See, this is the past soul contracts from a long time ago. And from my understanding of the dark soul has to do with that soul contracts with you or a husband, or it could be your family, or it could be somebody as the community that you had to go through the dark soul in order to remember who about the energy that come into this past soul contract coming to present. Because right now, my understanding, this got soul contracts. My understanding, we're in 70, and 70 has to do with a lot victory, and also 17 has to do with a time of 17, which it has to do with the is a time of age of the star Aquarius. That means the pouring out of it. Like what I said, I had the Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups got to do with that continually of that cup is overflowing. So with that star of age, it is has to do with inspiration of life. It has experience of it, and then with the lovers with that has to do with the contracts, soul contracts, and that can be within your generation of your tree, depending on who. All right. So also it has to do with the fertility that has to do with nourish, and also has to do with the it's ripe, it's manifesting and power and create and ideas. Also it has to do with the seeds that put in the ground, and also what you put in. So the seeds, it means that anything as a mustard seed. See what I'm saying? It's basically about you yourself as building, because anything you put in the ground, that means you are grounding yourself in order to bring in wealth. Sometimes, it's a lot of information, but it is about the year 1820, 1763, and also 1416. This has something to do with royalty. This is about past the soul contract. It has to finish it in order to go forward. And that dark soul was not too, I don't know, but I know mine is something else. My dark soul that I'm still going through and transforming, I'm gonna tell you, you never know how the end of the revealing of all the hunter and the hunted, and meaning the dark part that it was hidden for so long. Then in order to get the energy, it has to come back with that wheel is turning, and with that victory, because it also has a lot to do with the heavens and earth, and also has to beyond the hidden part of the earth. Could be the swell, and swell has to do with soul, also has to do with a lot of things to do with Egypt. Egypt has something to do with Rome, has something to do with everything that of these traditional cultures that we have already manifested up under the sun and absorbed it, and the moon is going to illuminate it hidden, or to be able to show blasting on what this strawberry moon, that it came with the Scorpio with the sting, and that gives you all about the information in the eighth house. The eighth house got to do with Pluto. It gives a lot of information. Uh, my particular, what I do is to bring out what's hidden and bring it to the light, and to understanding that a lot of these years, some of these things that I'm going to say, my job is not to put more weight on one than the other. If we're talking about the 12 of a grand cycle, then you know that everything the 12 has to do with 12. And if it's that has to do with the most high, means it means the, I call it the creator, that call all things and to bring it in to understanding what's hidden in light. My understanding is every lot of stuff is a little tender, and tender makes after tender get ripe. You know what I'm saying? That means strawberries has to do with beautiful things like strawberries, royalty, and it has to do with fruit. And what that is co-creation, meaning it has to do with sex. It has to do to be able to blend and to bring fruit. You have to have as feminine and a masculine of the property of whatever the seed has to bring to come in co. to make a beautiful thing. So the information that I'm telling you, that basically it is the purpose. So 1416 got to do with the royalty, England, and French. At a point in time, we use all these. Let's talk about these women. These women, we were not okay. We spent over $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for purses of your ancestry, of your traditions, of cultures that we use, and we're making all this money, like Louis and all of that. These purses got to do with it is fertility, but it also has to do with the pocket and the booty. That means wealth. That money is going to someone or using the information of Louis. His information is like it's more expensive things that we like. Even the cars, everything, every car has to do with your royalty of your tradition of cultures that manifested. The question is where the money going from? Hello, where the money coming from? Now, I said the last video has to do with your trust, and trust has to do with siblings. It has to do with your children, or it can be your cousins and aunties and all of that. Siblings is like up under. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you in that tree. You need to go trust on. You need to go figure out about your trust. Either it's your trust that your wills, contracts, and deeds needs to manifest it back into you, or is it that you have to trust and believe as the mustard seed that put in that ground? So that means either you have to understand it, that you need to learn about trusting other people, about wealth, however that resonates to somebody. Soul contracts. I was on that divine and the masculine, feminine, and I'm telling you, it's a lot. And like I said, my understanding, you have to basically try to ground it to get the understanding that you don't negativity to put negative about something that you're going through it, because it could be positive too. But like I say, negative is always going to bring a positive. But it is how the experience of how you feel about the easing of past, of soul contracts, and with illuminating of that. Everybody's going not going to always agree and how they feel about it, but that's when it's your time, the 20th, and that has to do with the self-realization about you. It's your purpose. It's your troll. It's like your self-realization of purpose of your prosperity. I call it prosper. It means prosper, and what that is a person about you. It's a lot of things going on here. So, let's go ahead and get a little bit about fortune of the wheel with this tarot, this good tarot. It says destiny. Destiny is secret ancestors. That goes synchronicity, and that is I am. First thing it says I am. As a person individually. About this is right here is past. This is contracts, soul contracts. So it says I am to experience many and meaningful, and this is different type of I call it coin. Coin has to do with coincidence that prove to me that spirit has my back. This lucky breaks and moments will things just turn and out perfectly. Show how we're all connected. My gamble will pay off when I trust my co-creativity partnership with spirit. My destiny is and it's obvious. I call it obvious to me now. So this here giving you the information about you. Just before I could say it, it's already there. The energy's here. Energy is everything. It's about yourself, person, place, and thing, and around. So my understanding, I'm going through something myself right now. I got a lot of transform to different things all over and like it's so much. But at the point of time, I know if I take the energy and negative, then it causes problem back to myself and around. So you have to have a balance. And it's like something you got to try to keep the balance at all times, because when you know the pressure, it's all around. You got to figure it out how to balance that scale, knowing you got to keep moving and not to cause problems and bring stuff to your own self, to your body too. So now we got 7 on here. 7 is, like I said, here she go, baby. The chariot. She move all time. She move. Baby, hey girl, what's up, world? Now listen, it's black and white on this horse. It's a beautiful thing. It's green. First of all, I don't see nothing but green and gold up in here. So you already know it got to do with nature. It has to do with grounded. So that's Earth. So what's Earth? Capricorn. That's going to be Taurus and Virgo. But the green is telling you what's really going on. It's grounding in green. Okay, with that black and white, giving you a chest cord. You know what a cord is? A cord. It's connected to that horse. It's black and white. Okay, that has to do with the horse. It's giving you chariot. Also giving you the board, giving you the black and white of chess. Chess has to do with royalty. This is past life. And this got to do, like I said, Mary and Anne, Cherry, and I said Charlotte, Henry, and Charles. King Charles and King Henry, England and French. This is what you connected to your tree. It come all the way back in your royal. That's bloodline of past of soul contracts coming back to continually of ace. That water gonna flow. It's continually. That means this wheel is turning and this water is all it is. It is water. And continual. It's like, to me, I'm going to bring it to you. I'm going to bring you to the Mississippi, to the Nile. I'm up the girl. I'm not the one to sit around here hiding things and I don't know. I know it. Then let's talk about it. It's the Nile of the Nile River all the way from Mississippi. Did I say that? Yes, I did. It goes all the way from Americas and all up over there in Africa. And it's a continually of that. I say Pacific and Atlantic because that's what we're talking about. It's all in on here. AL, hello. That means that this land at a point of time was all big and vast. Okay? And when we talk about the vast, I am not just talking about African. I'm talking about Abyssinia. That has A and B, has to do with blood. Okay? I'm on that. I'm on the Cenas. Cenas has to do with scent and money. This is about pocketbook, and we're talking about the Duchess. Duchess is all about the women, and it's the feminine part. Sheila, well, where the gift is. We're talking about past of soul contracts about the Duchess. Okay, hello, queens and kings. Hello, emperors. Hello. We're talking about what? We're talking about the priest. We're talking about the Rome. We're talking about the Holy Rome. Rome is mean the romantic of it all. Hello? That's what we're talking about. Past. This talking about big money, big chain, big things that's over here. That you didn't know that we're all got a part of it. And everybody got their own time of your trust. Go get your money. Go get your money. Okay? It's there. Oh, there. It is there. It's the same one. That's just when somebody say, oh, it's there. That's somebody say spirit is not there. Oh, yeah, he's there. She's there. They there. A is the beginning of living. It's here. So spirit is like, no, we lie. Money and numbers don't lie. We lie. Okay? So somebody's want to lie and hidden in it. Okay? But the soul contract is going to tell you that the purpose is to know thyself and know that everything's supposed to come back to you. If it don't come in the fold and joins, then it will come back in energy and it will come back to you. Wherever you go, you're going to get blessed and highly favored. That's the most high of his 12. Hello? I'm in here. It's big time. It's big talk about here. Because now that I'm sitting up in here and this, more I talk, the sun come out, the more it needs to be out of here, okay? Let's just talk about it, okay? Now, after that, we got the information about the chariot, overflowing with it, of the past of the soul contract, 1416, 1820, and 1763, about a time of trust. And you're supposed to believe in that because the Father said, hey, the Father, the source, Mother Earth, I've already said that everything that is a contract, wills, and deeds will come back to you. Okay? However that goes, that's the job that our individual of who we supposed to go back and figure it out what it is about. Now we can't, the recompense to come back to you, you know, that's the comeback of the is always has to do the go back to do the point of the soul contract to get the understanding why. Okay, and was it always a separation, or is that perception that other people put you on in to keep you in your mind of a part of a time? Was it always a division, or was it that your mental was put in perception for you to think that you were? Because my other thing now that I'm sitting up here is a lot of people give out a lot of air. And a lot of air gives you the understanding that that's what it's going to be. It depends on you, the individual, if you believe it was. I've read a lot of things about set apart and set things that were set. Set has to do with Seti. Seti has to do with Egypt. Set had to do with what happened at the evening of Set. And he's this Egypt, okay? At a time. Was not always was a time of age, and these years was a time of it. And also it had some darkness that came and flowed how much the people, let me tell you, what we put out is what comes back to you. They give you the justice of a cause and effect of individual in the person, place, and thing and around. Because what you put comes back. Now, if you didn't understand what you did a long time ago in the past of this contract, soul contract, that's the job for you to understand what the reason why you in right now. Because that is sometimes you can put a person hide and you don't want to know what you want to know. It's going to force for you to figure it out. Because that is the self-realization about yourself. Let's get on here self-realization on number 20 on here. Let's get some understanding about that, because you're either going to do it yourself or it's going to be forced. I'm just saying, I ain't in here with that. I'm here to tell the truth. Truth is going to tell you what it really is, and to my understanding, it's about you. It's the purpose. It's the perspective of it. And also is purpose and prosperity and prosper you. It says, I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called to be deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with higher power, and with others. I am here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self and expressing that through my actions. I need to trust my life has a purpose, that I am enough, and within me is divine blueprint that has the meaning for myself and others. That's the blueprint. Blueprint has to do with what? It is the 10th floor. It is in the purpose of it. It's all, let me say something. First, give all thanks to what is that you don't understand. You have to forgive yourself too. Because if you don't understand it, you have to say, forgive me, because I may go in a negative thought. And that get me, okay, all right, you're going to do this. This is what it is. And ain't no need of me hiding it. And it's in my face bone. And I can't go nowhere. There it is. It's telling me, hey, this soul contract. And it has to finish it. So this is really good information. All right, so we are at the past now. I'm going to come into that and give me something right here. Maybe this right here, I'm going to take right here. It says, been born again. First Peter 1 and 2, and are built up solid like a rock, spiritual house, as a lively stone, acceptable. Somebody finna get a house. Somebody finna get a new home. It could be a rent house. I don't care. It's somebody getting a new house, new something, new tent, mean transformed to something. It's on the way. It's already done. Okay. So I'm gonna leave here. Got Peter in here. You know, Peter, and like I said, these names had a lot of names. Like 5, 6 names coming after they father, right? You know, that has to do with some Peter and Henry. Come on, somebody. You know, he had a whole lot. That got to do with Prussia. Prussia has to do with Russia. Russia is still the Roman, regardless how you feel about it. It's all about the 12 of the grand. Okay? So come on, you know, that has to do with him. You know, to my point of time, it has to do with the queen, okay? Charlotte. We just had the information about the Duchess. Go on the Netflix telling about the Duchess, about what happened with Charlotte. They finally showed who she was. She was black. She was very French Indian. I call it Duchess. All right? And she was queen. And queen is what queen she was. Got Queen Anne. I said we were talking about Mary and Anne. We got to do with Jamaican. We got about, okay, on the 17th, it has to do with Jamaican, okay? Has to do with Jamaican and Americas, okay? We're talking about royalty. Now, they just cleaned some slate with the Jamaican and the England, and it had to do with that. That contract was sealed and done. They give you all about what coming in here, because let me tell you something about different 1/2, 2/2, 2/3, 3/5. All this got to do with black and white and different people of different cultures. Okay, they were all listen. These people here had money. They wasn't about all this other stuff. They don't care about the skin time, about that. It was about who had money and blending stuff. People was purpose before they even had before a seed was in a belly. Okay, they had already was moving stuff then. Okay, now my understanding, skin folk got people in trouble about different type of people that were going through Slave had nothing just to do with just black skin. It has the blood drop of it. Okay, of difference of things at a point. It wasn't always like that. Okay. Now I'm coming in. I'm gonna tell the truth here, because this what it is about it. Because when you come into the islands and then Americas, that's part. But understand it was not always African. It was called different names. Okay, we had different cultures and traditions. We got Native. We got Cree. We got Cajun. And we got Crees here. Cree has to do with French, and Cree and Cajun. These two different. But this black and white, it was all mixed up, okay? And to me, when you get into that about the skin folks, you kind of like, you're not going to get the understanding, because you always lost in it. The point is to bring it, to remember it, that we all was in together. Okay, I have been through so much in my life. My experience, I have always been free, as in, even though the situation may be, as far as the perception part, is that I knew how to be able to treat people how I would like to be treated, myself. I wanted the same thing, regardless of what the skin folk was. It didn't make no sense to me, because it's how a person talk to you and how you receive it to another person. It's the connection. And I have a lot of French in me, and I'm just saying that I don't look at it like that, because we're all mixed up. I'm mixed up with all kinds of things of genre, and I don't have that. It's because of a person that I don't care if it's my own skin color. And if they don't talk to me right, and I turn away and like long-handed, and won't be able to connect with another person that look just like me. But my understanding, I don't look like that. Okay, French people are like that. Okay, we don't look at it like that. A lot of people, because we know we connected with so many of mix of genre. We don't look like that. But we know what time it is. Just be understanding that. We know what time it is now. But that's not to always, people not always going to be like that. So let's get on here. Now we on the present. Here with the present here. Here we go. We got the 10 of fire. You know, we got 10 of fire. And then you got a queen in here. Queen of water. See why? You there you go, that French Indian. You know, she is who she is. Okay, she got that all mixed up with stuff. Duchess and all that stuff. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about 10 of fire, queen of water, and the 8 of wands. It's still one, has to be fire. It's 8 of it. Strength with it. Okay, wands is fire. So you know 8's got to do. It's strength. Okay, so to me, the fire and the water has to mean with the it's still gonna tell you about I'm gonna call it in a minute. It's the woman in the lake with the sword, okay, with that water. So to me, that's Camelot. We got Lancaster, Camelot. We got the Roman. We got the French. Here it is. It's a lot going on here. This is for everybody to come into the present. What is being given and to give it back to you. All right. 10 of fire. It says burning away, releasing of the excess, and endings clear way for beginnings. Now, that's that soul contract. That soul contract, it had to burn it. It has to be clean. It has to be clean and releasing of the excess. Like, it's like, oh my God. It's like all the stuff came back to fire and everybody was acting crazy. Ooh, pandemic was something. And the pandemic is going to tell you what pan is, something's a fry, and it has to do with demonic, and it has demonic. Why? Because you're getting hot. You know, I'm telling you, I'm an Indian girl. Them feet get hot, they get hot. Baby, you better run. Fire, run. Feet get hot, it's time. And it has to do with dance, too. And to me, it's about the dreamer and the dancing. Because with the dreaming of the Illuminating of 18, of that, was hidden or either illuminate, made it more what it is, or it's hidden behind, didn't want to know. Or either you didn't want to know what was going on. It's up to you. And with that, with the 20, it's the realization of it. It's got the person. It has to prosper. It has to be clean, made it fire. After fire clean, it become as clean. Purity, right? In order to be understanding what we're talking about now. But it also has the ending of stuff. Because at that time, we're going in from all that. We're in the Jubilees. It's 70 times 70. Come on, this is already the prophecy of it. It's all over now. It's like it's the new thing of this energy. That it has a lot to do with it has the creation and magic now. Magic and creation is begin number one. But it also is about his the Most High source, how we grow and creativity and come for purpose and become purity at the same time. He give you all the elements. Now we're in a 5 element now. Okay, you understand? There's somebody there. It was always there anyway. Now let's give us some information. It said I may over committed and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of the decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole, but I no longer need to hold on the simple because of once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and the situation that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. This has to do with the whole 10 of the family. And this is generation of it. How you feel about your emotions, about that at 18 of the illumination of a ease of a time. Okay, it's mental. And then what happened in the pandemic, everybody was like mental. It's all like mental. First thing the doctor is to put as something to comfort you. When the comfort is already there, which will be in the spiritual realm, that will be the holy or the Ruach HaKodesh. Okay, that is who of this traditional cultures that believe into that. That means a person that believe in it. Okay, you can't force a person. It's just the traditional cultures that we've been through of that fire that been burnt and become clean and slate. It become purity and to start a new form and also to be value. It's about to prosper you. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes, we go too fast and not understanding with it, but it is a beautiful thing. Queen of Water, it's compassion. So you got the ending of stuff, clear it way to the beginnings. So it's now you got to clear to see, because 18 and 20 has to do with the emotional and ease of stuff, the feelings how it is. But then in the visionary part, is to see, right? It either you don't want to know, it's hidden not to be seen, or it's the visionary. To me, it's giving you the information of the strawberry moon. Strawberry moon has to do with the it's called, the name here, it's called Phlox, or you want to call it PHLOS X. And to me, it's philo. With the X got to do with what? It's the mark X, is the monument. It's gonna tell you a mark of something. It's like I said, it is the monument of it. Okay. And when you have X on there, okay, that means somebody's assigned signature on something. But it also means it has to do with the philology, and that is the philosophy, and that is have to do with the flowers and fruits. It's the seed to put in the ground. That's the first thing I started. So that is the seed is you. You're the success. You're the prosper. You're the one. You're the one going to be able, regardless of how this water is going to be Ace of Cups. It's going to overflow. That's the past of the soul contract. Now you got water again. It's the queen. Compassion, emotional insecurity, and generosity, self-love, and self-care, and healer. You become a healer. You heal your own self. Like you're your own doctor. You're your own scientist. You're your own technology. You're your own. You become something else. You are all this and all in one, a 5 element of the energy. Now, yesterday I seen that Walmart is going to be using what they call it, these little things that the little plane, the kids be playing with these little things, drones. They're going to be using that to pick up the food from one and get back within 30 minutes. Then it's letting you know that the technology is not going to have somebody to go as a person to drive and then do that. Then now it's like they've taken away from, I guess the person is the human and to the technology. So they let you know so a lot of things have changed. It's like, to me, it's easy to make it easy for another person that worked so long. We work. Now it's easy. It's up to you. However, it resonate to that. So Walmart's doing a lot of things, okay? It says here, I am comfortable in my own skin, okay? I love, cherish, nurture myself. I am the best friend to myself, and my relationships with others reflect my security is knowing that I am always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so I can be changed. I want to see the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. Because this is what we're in now. We ain't here to inspire other people. We have a self-realization about what the past of the soul contracts, and now we're able to speak. The communication is here. The fifth of the amendment It's here. That's the voice. That means the note that you of the song of the psalm. They're able to give the information for your experience. That's why everybody inspiration about yourself and giving out other people that you went through the too. This is what's giving of the purpose, where stuff that was hidden you're not able to speak. Then what we have here is the magic and mediums. Okay, what that means, a person's an act. It's in the Bible. It's about the medium. It's the balance of it, of the scale. Okay, it's the balance part to give the information about it. Everybody that speak has to do with the mediumship. Okay, it has to do with teaching and communication and how you feel about yourself and give it to others. This is what it's all about. And what's the purpose of all the other part of some of the things? Just too much in the information. Some people have a problem with all of that. But some might say sometimes you put your own bootstraps up. Okay, what they used to call a long time ago. Put yourself up. Okay, make sure, ask for open your eyes, visionary, to see what's really going on that's hidden. And everything is not in the closet no more. It's pouring out. Ain't nothing hidden no more, okay? Unless you just don't want to know. Let's move on. Information, I got the 8 of Wands. Okay, get back on that 8 again. So like I said, some people ain't want to know. But let me tell you, you may not want to know, but the Most High going to allow you going to know. You going to know. It's gonna be shown. Ain't no more hide no more. Everybody gonna know thyself, okay? Let's see, gathering it's the momentum. Now the momentum has to do what I just said about that X. It has to do with the monuments, right? Celebrating a shift. It's swift in the shift. Has to do with success. I'm telling you, changes, travel, and transform. It is the monument. It's building as a power of spirit. Serves to power this transformation. I am traveling to new territories. Moving. You're moving. You moving on up. What do they call it? We're moving on up. Something to the sky. So you're going to move up. And I am eager to experience all that the lands have to offer. That has to do with Jeffersons. Jeffersons got to do with your past of soul contract. If that resonates to anybody, there you go. The Jeffersons, that was up. They went from a different type of situation. They went from the clothes cleaners and went on up. If the Jeffersons in the family of this generation tree, this is about you now. I have arrived to my destination, and now the adventure of the discovery is energizing me. That is the power. That is the wealth. That is the contracts. That is the deeds. Those are the soul contract. It is the energy. It's back to you. It's like energizer. They say, like I said, energizer has to do with the bunny. All right. Hello, somebody. That's the fortune. We just came back for that. We got the full clover and the rabbit. The rabbit is going to tell you it's number fortune going the way. Hey, that's the energizer. And that is the rabbit. And the Peter is the rabbit. Hello. All right. We getting in here. Now I'm getting in here. So this is the present. The 10 of fire, queen of wire, and the wands. It's telling you that, hey, ain't nothing but wire. It's wire. Ooh, that's the movie The Wire. Go check on about the movie Wire. Ooh, that's for somebody. I don't know who, but that's for somebody. That's The Wire. But to me, it is fire, desire. It is create, emotional, and flowing of water. That means the feeling of emotion and compassion of a person. And also it is still continually of creation. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Next, I got the next one is the strength. Strength has to do with power. You know what that is? That's the Empress. That's the Duchess and the King. Come on, somebody. It's about that. I got to do that again. That's the King. King me. There we go. We got a little concert going on in here. Y'all remember that? And it was a beautiful thing. Boy, Felicia. Woo! And Debbie Allen. Boy, them two my favorite back then in the 80s, okay? Hey, fame. Debbie was a director, and hey, and Felicia, boy, she up on here now. I believe which one on BT? Woo, with Tyler Perry. Oh my God, man, baby, baby, she still look good, don't she? Woo, child, that woman. Let me tell you about that tradition and culture. Woo, she still got it, baby. You know, she still got them jeans, baby. She do. She's beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful. Her and Debbie, I love both of them. You know. Also, the information I'm telling you about that movie she got on here with Tyler Perry, I believe that is. If it ain't Tyler Perry, it is. But this particular one, it's a good one here. This has to do with what's his name on here? I forgot his name, but that has to do. Anyway, just go look about the new movie up here on BT. I'm telling you, I don't forgot his name, but Morris Chestnut. Ooh, boy, he handsome and he still look good. Ooh, child. You know, just saying, that's a good movie. I forgot her name. She's new, but it's beautiful. It's a mystery on here. Got some Russian in here, see? Got a lot to do with that. Let me tell you, go figure about who's your folks is. Figure it out. We all together here. Ain't no about. Everybody was all in here. It's a color of rainbow here. And it's two rainbows, okay? You know, let you know you ain't worried about that flood no more, okay? Hello? Meaning, we ain't got to do about that no more. That's over for now. So we got Queen of Wands, okay? So the strength and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is strength. Strength is the Leo. Okay? You know that Leo is that fire, babe. We Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right? This is about fire and desire. And it's on here, baby. Mm-hmm. So strength, give you some information about the strength. I try to tell him before I go what I need to go say now. It's the endurance. The end of durance is like what you enduring what going on with you. That got to do with your heart. Your heartbeat. Heartbeat has to do with the green heart, okay? But your head is purple. So you got your green and the purple. Your hand and both of them, okay? You're going to need both. By the time greens get fall become purple again, okay? So they tell you something about the heart. And tell you later on, become purple. So, and I can go in the distance and know everything occurs in divine, appropriate timing. It's the divine. I have encouraged as I manifest miracles. When I allow the Spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move the mountains and overcome any obstacle inside or out. We talk about the mustard seed, talking about the mountains you can move. We're talking about going up from a Capricorn, going into the to build, and after the success, to see the appearing of what happened after you done build it up. Jefferson's moving on up to the east side. East side, right? Now, for each one times, tradition and cultures, they pray from the east, okay? The sun comes up and set down. We're talking about Egypt time and Roman, okay? So, giving out the information. So, Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire. That got a little bit Shaka Khan going on. All right, if that resonates to anybody, Shaka Khan, she's that fire, knowing desire. Beautiful. Gather, like I said, we already did the gathering of that. The Queen, let's see, we did that one already. A lot of things I have seen so many homes that's been built that ain't nobody in it. If I see something, maybe that resonates to somebody. It's a lot of homes that's been built. It's nothing inside. I've seen apartment complex brand new, ain't nothing in there. Meaning a whole complex, and I don't see nothing but empty. It's a lot going on here. maybe some of these places is just ready for the person that transformed to the next home or whatever. But my understanding, I pay attention to what I see, and it's resonate for some. Okay, trying to see what time in here. Here it is, Queen of Fire. It's create. This is the when you collaboration and connection, passion inspired by spirit and artiste. This has to do, sure like to do with number three. Three has to do with, like I said, it has to do with, it is creating ideas now. It said, I am capable of strong friendships and inspire me and encourage me to express, impress myself in my own way. That's Duchess, I'm telling you. And I co and create with others and dedicate to a vision of achieving the highest good of all. Visionary. That has to do with the phlox, and that says the pink moon. And it says, how might I join to dance and code and create, letting spirit flow through me and inspire me to express my passion. We're talking about straight out, the ring has to do with the water and fire too. Emotions of it is the compassion and the fire to create, and it fuels it, and the air has it. Then it gives you all of the information that you need to earn. Also, you need the extra of the energy to come back on that five element of the energy, okay? That's all five elements here. So, just giving out the information. Now, let's get on here in this pink moon and strawberry. Now, I said it's all about the past, tradition, and cultures and a time. I always have to do remember in the dreams and the water of it. And past goes into present to the gifts and future around. It comes around soon, real quick with that energy. Is that's for somebody. Now let's get on here. We're talking about now, like I said, in Indians, and like I said, we're talking about Frenchy. We're talking about German, Russia, English. We're called Africans. What we call Abyssinia. At a point in time, it wasn't always called African. It was a freer people. Okay. I'm in here and giving you all Germans, Celtics, all of this. All the colors of the rainbows, okay, with 12. Please leave me some. Let me go in here. I just had to say something real quick. So we're talking about Americas. We're talking about all the continents. I call it continents. These are kings and queens all over this world. And like I said, Most High, He separate for things for reason to come back to later on. He's amazing. That's like, even when you're mad as hell at him or her, you still know he's amazing. Because you get upset because you don't understand it, but you're mad anyway. You say thank you anyway, because I don't understand it, but it'll come back to remember at a point in time. You know how much a patient to have patience over a person when you know that you don't know it all, but you know a little something, and somebody have that patient again with you individually is amazing, because sometimes we just don't know it all, and some things it's not supposed to neither. If that resonate. So now we're coming back into this is some of the Indian trait of, I got the Al-manac now. That's the Indians, okay? And to that it has to do with the Phlox. And Phlox has to do with thoughts and knowledge. Because it has to have somebody to build it. You got the mounds and the mounds. And you got different of these mounds, and they're still here. They ain't never left. You figure it out. And that's for everybody to figure out where these mounds were, because they were, it may look like a what do you say, a mountain or a molehill. Molehill is still a mountain, okay, but it may not as big as it used to. Been cut off. That's for everybody to their part. But it has to do. It's just something to keep you that about to keep and not. It's nothing gonna flooding and there's two rainbows and let you know it has to do with transform you into something else. You was at a point in time been burnt clean and purity and transformed to something else. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. It has a lot to do with some of the Greeks too. Got to Odosi, I call it Odysseus or Odyssey, or what I call it, Odd or Ud or Ood. Odysseus means the Hades, mean breath in D. When you go in hay, has to do with breath, and breath has to do with this. It can be a dis or dis of a feeling of it, of the ease. And that has to do with Hades. Hades has to do with the soul, whole, let's be of what they call devo. That's means separation of veils. And then, like I say, you have your negative thoughts and things that you put into this world of the perception, what you feel. But Phlox has to do with flowers. It has the perennials. Those are perennials of herbs. And it has to do with purplish and white and pink too. And it's the summer. Okay, strawberry berries are too ripe. It's ready to pick. Are you ready to be picked and plucked? Now this right here has to do with spiritual. Has to do with Bible, and that got to do with Bible and Bi. Bi is more than one, and it's got the Biblists, and that has to do with the number one book in the world right there. You can go in there and look about this. That time about the right. It's telling you in there about what it is. It's time to be picked, plucked, right? Almost time. Letting you know if that's about the fruit, the berry, yourself, or whatever has been picked. Okay, but also has to do with the flame. Flame has to do with phlox. Phlox has to do with flame. Flame is the flame. That has to do burnt. That has to do a lot to do with Sagittarius too. Okay, understand that. But also, but the flame will get hot. That means what Sagittarius go across to. That's the winter solstice going into the December 21, 22nd. It depends on the leap year, and also with June the 21st or the 22nd of the leap year. So then you know where it is in the hot, and when it's hot, it means it's, you're talking about some good blackberries. When I was young, I picked, man, you have to watch them berry bushes. Bushes has to do with the tree. The bushes has to do with a lot of people as in the family of the bushes. Okay, this the tree. And the tree also has to do with a bush. And bush has to do with deer. Deer is DEAR. Has to do with mother deer. And the bushes has to mother deer. It has to do with Badia, mother deer. And that is a bush. And that bush of those berries has a lot to do with part of the traditional cultures, and it also has to do with I call it St. Patrick. It has to do with different things of Irish. And Irish has to do with Jamaican, and Jamaican has to do with a lot of things that's been connected in this earth and Americas and all over the world. They didn't see our people was all over the place. And my thing of it is, you got one thing that's Scott here and Scott there. Well, not necessarily. It's different colors of the rainbows, honey. And people got a lot of things that's mixed up. And just be understanding that this is about family, okay? With that flame, it's hot. Create is everywhere. And the Most High is amazing. So we're talking about philosophy, and that's knowledge. And it's here. It's here. It's back to talk and inspire and give other people. This is all about the teaching of the priesthood. And understanding about realization and understanding of the knowledge and experience of it. It has to do with the settlement. It has to do with the pompano. It has to do with a lot of things to do from it is the Atlantics, and it has to do with the Floridas, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Okay, had a lot to do with that 1908, The World War, 1718, got a lot going to do. Like I said, it had to do with power, and it's the purity of it. It has to do with Hierophant, lovers, and it has to do with the justice. And like I said, it has to do with the awakening of the enlightened, of the lesson of spirit of the individual, of the time for the purpose of what is your job. Your job has to do with what you work and what you build. And that is going to prosper you later on with all the trust, wills, contract, deeds, with the energy. See, everything ain't always fold in coins. The energy come back to other ways. Within you, you're able. So, all the things have to do with a lot to do with self-doubt and about the individual. Because when you done went through so much, you be so broken down. And the purpose is how to be broken and how it takes time to heal your heart and be able to do anything, but sometimes you just have to put the work within yourself and build yourself back to where you were, and to forgive the ones that burnt you or you burnt yourself, or basically the Most High burnt things for to be purity, to be clean. Okay, the fire is the point of to be clean. So allow it and to forgive yourself and other people, because sometimes you can't hold all that. And I'm telling you, it ain't gonna do anything to help yourself or other people if you keep all the things you went through of the brokenness of things and people, person, place, and things. So that causes problems, and you be broken, and your spirit be broken, and where you go, you bring that energy. You got to figure out how to have a balance. Got to have a balance. Now, I always go low, soft like that. I hope y'all can hear because I'm on this on the cell phone doing it. So I'm just saying, just find a way. It's love, but it's love somewhere. You can't get along with people. It's somebody for you, baby. It's love there. I mean, if you can't find somebody, you looking for a person, a partner, you can find it. Your spirit is here. I mean, you got everything in here. And it's like I say, some things ain't just for you. And some people just ain't for you. It's somebody for you, though. If you feel like you need a partner and you need somebody, first fit yourself and put yourself. Love yourself first. Love yourself like you give it to another partner. Put it all back within yourself. And then all that energy you put back in yourself, and then you're going to meet somebody. If that's somebody. All right. Natural law, justice, the morals. We're gold. I'm telling you, that karma ain't no joke, man. I'm telling you, do the best you can. Then say be good all you can, because that karma come back. Yo, it's a karma that's cause and effect. It comes back. And if that's got to do with the past of contracts, soul contracts, I'm telling you, got to manifest it. It's to the point. It's deep. I mean, it's accountability is what it is, what you put out. Accounts, settlements, and everything, justice, and all of that. Got to come back. It's a court date. It has some, what else in here? I got some in here. Got a little Virgo in here. Some chaos and server tide. It got to do with a lot, and it's enlightenment. It has to do with family. But it also brings of a time of age. It's a lot. It's called a soul contract. It has to do with a right, and it says alarm. Somebody or waiting on a tone, or it says tone. It means tone communication. Tone has to be tuned or expansion. News, money coming your way. Manifest and decide a way. Check your mail, girl. Check your mail. Let me see. Check your mail if that's somebody. Those soul ties with them emperor. Let's get back in here. Emperor got to do with the king, okay? It can always be is number 6 too. Now this here got to do either these soul contracts, tied into stuff. It has to either got to figure out how to cut it out, cut ties and souls, burn contracts to make it clean. Oh man. Let me see what else on here. I got today is the strength. She's out here, baby. It's the functions of it now. Don't get upset now, these men. Now, function is anybody, but the functions of it, the funk. All right, if that resonate. It said the act of annihilation is passionate. What keeps us from killing each other may be mere apathy. Oh, that's meditation here. Now, go on in here because this is a real time about annihilation. Now, I know that has to do with prosper philosophy. Now, I know I've seen that in myself. That's a part of my, for my, what I'm giving out is hidden things, but also has to do with philosophy too. It's the P words, you know. The the P's is the positive part. We talk about the positive negatives too, if that resonate. Let's see. So empathy. To me, it's like it has to do with the planet, and to my understanding, it is, you know, you don't want to harm other people and harm, you know, and like I said, like the movie 1416, 1763, and 1820. That's about 204 years. Some of this from 1820, and this is about the prophecy and all the death didn't happen from way down here from the one that we're gonna talk about 1416. That would be Henry Ford. Okay, that's the England. It was a whole lot of death with the in between England and French. A lot of stuff that was going on. Okay, but to me, it is the of death. Death is rebirth and transform. Okay, from all of that. Okay, so um, it has to do with the treatment of issues of things. Okay, and it has to do with the United States. Okay, and it's a lot of information. You know, you go figure out about different things. It has to do with conscious, meaning controlling. It has to do with suffering prone. That means the emotion part of it. So that it has to do with surrounded, simple, feeling, apathic, how you feel, trouble getting excited. You know, it's emotion of it. It's just the crisis of it all from all that time, and you dealing with it. Emotional interest and concern, and how you deal with the mental part, and how you be able to really broken down and become broken and to be build yourself back up to where you were. It's just the part that you lacking something and trying to transform it and to be able to do the things that you need to in life. So death has to do with it, has to do with beauty. You know, that is the creation of it. That means the expressive of how you need somebody to talk in order to help you. Okay, inspiration yourself. I have here advice that said, learn to listen. Beware of being insensitive to wishes of others. That's a lot to speak, and slow. Before you. It's like before today. I really didn't want to say nothing today because I was going through myself, but I decided I just do it anyway because it ain't always about what I feel. It's about other people. Sometimes when you put other people first, yourself, but with a balance. Not sometimes we can do too much and not do nothing for ourselves. But I'm just saying, it was a strength the power that I'm still able, regardless of what I'm going through, I'm able to. What keeps us from killing, oh, killing each other? It's, they come down, came back twice. It's for a reason. So let me tell you something. You take all that time, power to take a person out of here. That's something. You know, and a long time ago, it was a point of time. It was whereas eye for the eye, tooth for the tooth. And it was old, but it came from the New Testament, and then they figured out how other ways to do things. People was killing them, all this time, and you have to have the things have to be cleaned and burned and transformed, death and rebirth to transfer stuff to clean it. Has to be clean because what we put out, it's the atmosphere. It's going to pour out. It's like the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. It's gonna pour out, and the water is gonna purity. It's gonna clean it with the perception and precipitation. It's gonna clean it. It does. The Most High don't listen. Now I'm finna go in here. Now I'm finna say it right now. The Most High don't need no help. Nature is nature. Nature gonna do what is. That's the moral nature law. We don't need to add to no fire, nothing. The problem. Let me tell you what gets this. Let me tell you. I'm gonna just say when that's G. There it go. G and storms. Okay, now when it's man-made and you doing too much and you doing all the things that you're doing by man, okay, when you go and do different things and you going against the Most High, the creation of it all source, that cause problems. That means that everything that man that decide to do with their hands ain't always positive and negative. And then when negative come back and then everybody wonder who did it. Well, you the one who did it. Then that is person, place, and things that comes back to why things are unbalanced and tilted, okay? That got to do with what we done. And at that point, that is the point of the past and come to present to future. So what you put out comes back of cause and effect, and this is why things happen in this world. Of the all of it, of the 21 of the world, because this is what you done. Your hands ain't always good. And that is what strong things, and you might need a sip of drink or whatever you need. But sometimes we figured out, well, hey, it's what we put. Cause effect, cause problems. And sometimes we just don't want to know about a lot of things. That your ancestor and some of your people are connected from all that time. Royalty of this black and white. You don't want to know about it, but it's real. It's about the tree. It's going to show you who you are connected. Of your dark soul contracts is going to be showing up in here because that's what I'm telling you. Now, when you add into stuff a natural law, you cause problems with the whole yourself and people around. And that is keep time about killing because when you doing it, you causing problem. I tell you. Now, we're talking about different type of planets, right? Different things that we're talking about Jedi, right? And let's talk about the Force be with you. Now, some people call us savages because they was killing people out of here, okay? Because we wasn't thinking of what our mind. We was only worried about trying to take a person being a hunter. Hunter and hunted. The point of the veil of it is because that's what we're coming back into that time. We're at the hunter thing, the hunter, and that got to do with a lot to do with the J's, the market J, and all of this stuff was crazy. It's like kill be will or whatever y'all want to call it, but that's not even about that. But when you do it, you got the cause and effect. You don't want to hear about that. That's the part that come back from your ancestors. So this is what it is. I wasn't going to even say anything. It just kept coming back. So this is some intuition here. And like Tony said, sell it is about what you put out here. Sell it, tell it. The advice is to learn the lesson, beware of being insensitive of wishes of others. Sometimes one must admit and defeat and walk away. They could be individual, person, place, and thing. You might just hey, okay, well, y'all won this one. Hell, y'all got it. Shoot, and walk away and leave it what it is. When you walk away from something, That means it takes you, a person, all of the suffering, the dis-ease of the visionary that you've seen and you know about it. It's for a person to let it go. When you walk away, you won. You won. Why? Because you don't, the fight ain't no fight no more. After you put that white flag, that means it's peace. The person walked away. Number 8, matter of fact. That means the strength. You took the strength to walk away from things that does not purpose you. And you went on to see another day. Move on. It's for somebody. And that has to do with moving. Your house, your apartment, whatever it is, I don't care if it's a tent, it's yours. It means you're able to move to the next. Means you got the power to do it. So it says right here, just dropping things can itself be, it said, just dropping things can itself be a good idea. Avoid being tactless or blunt. Examine your it says that we go in that prejudice and try to change. That's the like a dice. So it's prejudicing or predicing, or to look at it as a 12 again. Look as it what it is, really what it is. It's nothing that you can. Is to be burnt, and to be Sagittarius. My understanding is to clean it, be burnt, and transform, walk away things that does not serve you and other people, person, place, and thing. And that is some 28th on the strong. What I got in here and some planets in here, I got Saturn up in here, and that is giving you a part of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in here. It's giving you some information about the traits, okay, planets and stuff. Giving you the pigness of the fears of the lion, the female, matter of fact, the female magician, and that's the master, number 22, rebellious. That's that giving you information about energies and stands moral. Has to do with the physical strength and able to, positive, charismatic, and determination, and to succeed. And the negative qualities come complacent of misuse of power. People are a person, you could be the misuse of power, or somebody misusing you because of your energy. And you have all that about that. What that is, that's got to do with which one is the number orange? That's the chakra. That means using your energy from your sacral. When you misuse it, of Earth, Mother, Earth traits, Empress, of Duchess, of all things, of women, functions of it. When you misuse it, you know that's a cause and effect coming back to another person, place, and thing. Cause and effect, number 11 on justice, karmic justice, what it is. And that is real. So we don't worry about it, because karma come back, not just 10, but 100-fold. That energy gonna come back to somebody. Be good when you can. Now, all right, I got that karma justice. That's what I'm gonna leave with that. But I'm gonna come up with these cards, and here's a whole bunch of these. So we're going to see what we're going here. I'm going to do a couple of, see what real quick and go on about my business. Because like I said, that ass one was the ass in. It's on that ass. Ass got to do it well. I got one here. Okay. So, then one here. Let's try another one. Try this one here. Motivation. Payoff. Okay, that one right here. Motivation and payoff. There one there. So we got 448, meaning reminding to yourself, follow your intuition, then the success will naturally flow and follow. Angels sending the message as a way to encourage and support you and during difficult times. So don't forget to thank them whenever you see the number. We give grace and mercy to the Most High and all the guides and ancestor angels and ancestry. Okay, star seeds, all of it. It's like heavens and earth. We give them thanks, regardless of what we're going through. Forgive ourselves what we don't understand, because they know we don't understand this stuff. But I'm telling you, I'm the one. I got that sailor girl that she got sailor in there, baby. She be telling it. She's like, I don't give a dang. I tell how I feel. They know. I don't know. I just know what I know. I got second on the virtues, a triad known as the shining ones that are the miracle makers. Oh, that's a good one. We got an S and J, shame. Siblings, family, backstar. There you go again. I got S and A. Sarah, a J. J, if you got a J, a Johnson. I got even have, what's number name for S? I don't have that one is. James, Sarah and James. Susie, Sally Walker. It's a everyone is estimates a shame, siblings, family, backstable. Now see, got the set. You know, I just call set. Set sons, children down to the earth. Now I want y'all to think I ain't lying. I'll put this in here. Focusing. Shoot. Ooh, gosh, I just don't need to just keep going. Look at here. This one here say fake marriages, falling, null and void. Kinfolks not, it says false. Kinfolks not real. Judge will throw it out. Yes. And it says right here, this got to do with Texas. Just say hell no, bruh. It says put in the grave. All praise to the Most High. Rise and ascension set up. Okay, there you go. See, there's some of them. See, now see, I ain't had to do too much. It's so much. It's like the energy is just here. You ain't do nothing. Everything gonna fall out of that closet. Ain't nothing. All that stuff is over. Ain't no doing that now. It says right here, 5290 is the meaning remains you become your ideal self and revisiting your goals, and that goals and ambitions. Ambitions. Redo visiting ongoing. So, like I said, it is what it is. Ooh. Now this was gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I'm gonna say this. Listen, we got different religions in here, so let's just do it here. The religions of you got Christianity, Muslim, Islam. You got Jewish. Oh, sorry about that. You got different as the knowledge part of it. Let me see. I wanna make sure I have everything. I don't see, go back in here. Oh, I got Ashtar. Ashtar, if you take the ash has to do part of number 12 with grand. But if you take it out here, it is a star. It means a star. A ash star has to do with a star. A star has been in there. Like I say, Babylon's is the relate, and I say religions is has to do with Babylon's. Okay, it's religious, right? And everybody was babies for a reason, meaning that still getting taught, if that makes sense. But also has to do for what reason from this here to pulled in as Ishtar has to do with Islam and we give thanks. Okay, well, these are our family, and I'm like that. Okay, and I don't know about everybody else. Regardless, it still come from Abraham. How about that? But you got to do with the Turks. Turks has to do with all of it too. So this is a past, and that has to do with the Floridas of 1820. Matter of fact, 1762. It has to do with the Floridas. So Floridas have to bring it in with the strawberry moon because it has to bring hidden and come back to light. So that has to do with Floridas, and it brings back to what happened in that year. Y'all can go find your own understanding about what happened with that, okay? Because the strawberry moon is going to bring it back that was hidden and bring it to light. It's the self-realization of it. And it's the point of the past. It's soul contract that has to come back to be burnt, and has to be in order to it's like death and rebirth, and it has bring back to it. So that time had to do with the Turks. And it has the Ottoman, if you want to go and look about that information as well. But now you see that it's the same. And so it has to do with that. It has to do with extraterrestrial being. Ashtar has to do with that. When Ashtar, we start seeing that, and that is the woman, and she has different arms and all of that, and it's like it's a lot. But then it's the spiritual of it, and like I said, they call it deities and different type of things. I'm at the point that upon a time, a lot of stuff was set apart, and then division become in religion, because all of us, we didn't always have religion. We were spiritual beings, okay, before it became of the wars and different things had become separate part for certain things, okay. Because when division came in there, it's because of the ruling of it, of kingdoms, okay? Understanding, okay? That's what we're gonna need, because you can't make somebody to keep everybody in religion, okay? People just don't want that. People just want to be free. And when you've been in that, then you have people that want to pull you into religion. Either they're going to pull you in religion, or some people just don't want spiritually and conscious. So it's up to whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still the most high source of his children of the Babylons. However, of Romans, of Egypt, and all the cultures of traditions. Okay, that's all it is. But to each his own. We try to have respect for everybody, yourself and everybody when you're around. You're not to come against nobody, just giving out what is here for let a person find their own way. Now we on the Ashtar has to do with UFO religions that said ascending of masters 22. So we on 7, 11, 22, and 33s. That's what we're here for. But my understanding is to prosper of the energy of everything come back to you. Everything that's been given has been taken away will come back to you in energy. My understanding is we got all of this information that got to do with the of the sacral of the energy. Seem like we're from fold and of robbing, and from fold and coins. Now we about on stealing energy. Now hell is time. Hell is like hell is here, and it's time for people to know what they're using different things with your hands. And that Pluto gonna tell you about your hands and what you bring out in here. Now my understanding is what we put out here. It's all about philosophy and the theosophy. So however we are the means the beginning of all being of living. Now let's get on in here. Now Ashtar got to do with Islam and of Turks, Ottoman of past. Okay, it has to come back. Soul ties come from all of that of past to now. When I start talking about stuff like this in the next minute, no, and I give out the information because we're gonna live with this because it's a reason. Because let me tell you something. If it's man-made, it ain't real. Okay? What's real is natural moral. It's a natural moral. Okay? When we add to stuff, then when it come back, and then we got a problem. No use what you put out. You're gonna get it. Alright? Now, just take it like everybody else. Now, the mission is the purpose of directive. And Ashtar deities or however, whoever, is to my understanding, it is to know it all. Not to sit here and say who is what, who shot nothing, it ain't. Everything has been here manifested for a reason. We're here. We're all chosen. Don't say, oh, this selected. So you got a choice of you want to be positive with the peace or you're going to be negative with the peace. It's up to you. But like my understanding is possibility, but it can also have a punishment coming if that's resonate to somebody. Uh, we got to Malik bin and Al Harith, and that is a Naki or Naji in the Muslim figure of the close companion of Al bin and Talabin. Now, my understanding it is has to do with we got from Abraham in my understanding. So you already know that has to do with the land. And land has to do with Abyssinia and the whole thing that it was a long time ago, okay? And it comes back. And what it has to Spanish, French, and German, Italian, and it has to do a lot. So, like I said, it is what it is. It's the whole thing. It's a star. And also it has to do with alien, with the flying saucer. So that means it's something that it is the ancestor of star seeds from up there. That star has to be in the heavenlies, okay? Comes all the way down from the fleet of the earth, okay? And another name is a Muslim name. It's called a star, but it is a star that's in the sky, that's in the space of all when you look at night. It has the east too, east star, okay? And it is the lucky is colors yellow and white and green. I already gave the information of the fortune wind. So everything is Abraham. Abraham and Abrek has to do with Sarik, and it has to do with of the old of the language. Okay, give you all the information about it. So, and it's the time for things. It brings back to the Ottoman. All right, this is 233 on here. 33 is the mission. It's the intuition that tells you know what's 233. Matter of fact, you hit it right here. So let's get some more information. It's 233. So that's who I am. I'm that one. And sometimes people say you're just too much. No, it's not. It's your job. It's the beginning of to understand about your soul contracts and why you in it now. Dark soul and how are you in that? It's a powerful meaning of numerology. It tells you that it's intuition, creativity, communication, encourage, embrace. Embrace your unique talents, express yourself. It's the authentically love, career, and spiritual numbers 233. It's growth and transform. There it is. I'm giving out the information is on time. Everything is in order. And the order has been justified. So it's a man, like I said, it's about 12 men. 12 is a lies, word lies, fear, lie. If you decide if it's a lie or is what's ley lines, it has to do with the pyramid king of law. It's of law. A law. ALA. We come back here. It's a partaker. It has to do with king and kingdom. And this is what is ruling right now. It hasn't been hidden. It's exposing it because it's right here. And it means that it has to do with different things of a karmic justice. I call it veiling of the hunt and hunter and hunted. And it has to do with electric queen or natural queen. We got two different things here. Electric queen or natural queen, okay? It has to do with programming of mothering. It has to do with societies and divine number 9. It has to do with Pluto of the darkness of punishment only of karmic injustice. And there it is. I said G Storm has to do with guys, okay? Electric and 0, you know what that is. It's a oneness, okay? So giving you all that information. So what things has been manifested to things for right now. And giving you all information, focusing S and J, shame, siblings, back family, backstabbers, Has to do with the virtues of triad. Shining ones, they are miracle makers. Set sun, children down to the earth. 448 has to do with success naturally flow, encourage support difficult things, times, and don't forget that whatever you see is the number. So I'm just telling you, it's to pay off in motivation, past, tradition, cultures of time. Always remember of dreams of watery traits. Past, present gives, future is around soon. Being born, death, being and reborn. That's all I'm seeing is 12 and 13s. And it's telling you about the king of all these King Henry, England, King Charles, French. Tell you about the Ottoman and tell you about all of the things that's been going on. 1820, 1766, 63, and 1416. Past, future, will, chariot, ace of cups. Also has to do with the queen of water, 10 of fire, and 8 of wands. It comes around strength in that. Everybody is in here. Everybody is in here of they call you strawberry moon, which will be pink going into the strawberry moon in June. All it is here for reasons. I don't even know what to call it. It's just, I don't know what to put in here and just say, hey, what happened kept you stuck for so long, but it's not now. I say shout out to Mumby, Dr. Mumby on of her channel. Just something like I said. I always give out to my ancestors and family. Get one more card and I'm out. So we're gonna give an Inspires Insight card. And she believed, so she could, so she did. And it seems like the functions of divine feminine is still strong going in here. It's divine on the masculine too. But it's like the function part of the feminine, of the earthly of it, the mother functions. It's like the create part. It's like everybody is creating. It's like the funk. It is cold. Funk is the funk. Functions of without all the other stuff. You know, see something flipped here, but let me see. Okay. You must do thing you think you cannot do. It says, wait a minute. It says you must do the thing you think you cannot do. Okay? Keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground. One more. We always want to give. Okay, here's another one. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. That's it, y'all. All right, this is divinely guided, chosen star seed, spiritually giving out the information. And that has to do what happened and what kept you stuck for so long. But it's over now. 8:44. Y'all have a wonderful day.